What's the word? What's the mother word, man? Tap in, tap in. We talking about why I'm a Trump supporter today. Cause you know that stir up the pot in the black community. For some reason, they hate this man. Don't know why, man. You know, hey, it is what it is, right? You know, me personally, you know, I think it's just social media and the news stations and pretty much how they control the narrative of a person, right? So let's talk about why I'm a Trump supporter. Rewind. Boom. My first time voting was 2007 or 8. I want to say one of those. When Barack Obama ran. Oh man, I was fresh out of high school, just graduated, playing on East Panther. Shout out to all my PESH members. You feel me? Just graduated. Mom say, hey D, we need to go out here and vote. She galley up the troops. We going out here to support the black man. We trying to see a black man win. We big on it. And I feel like regardless of the presidency that Obama had, it still was a victory in the black community, quote unquote, because it was good to see a black man in that position. It just, as a black man in America, it made you feel like you could accomplish anything. So I don't want to take that away from Barack Obama, but man, when we went out and voted for him, I feel like we all just thought he was going to be like I don't know, just like one of us or something like that, and that's not what we got. Like, we didn't. And it was one of those things, man. I was disappointed. I think the Trayvon Martin stuff had happened. It was a lot of black violence going. It was a lot of violence happening to black people in America. After he got elected to president. And I thought he would just speak up or stand up for a lot of things. And I remember when the Trayvon situation happened, and black America pretty much had to almost bully him into kind of speaking on that matter. Like it was crazy. R.P. to Trayvon. And I don't know, it just made me realize, like, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, like that's an old saying. But I was young and naive, when I first started voting, and I just feel like we all kind of wanted to just see a black man in that role. And man, the country went through something, didn't it? Oh my goodness, man, we went through it. And I was too young to understand what was going on, but economically, what I'm saying, it was going down. So it was one of those things, man. Like, yeah, it was good to see a black man in that position, but I was too young to measure exactly what was going on in that situation, if you kind of get what I'm saying. So the next time around, when Obama ran for president, I didn't vote. I just felt like, man, I didn't like neither of the candidates. I was just kind of just like, nah, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I hope Obama win, but I'm not voting for him. Like he ain't did nothing to earn my vote, like at all. Like I'm not the young kid that I was once before. Like, man, I just felt like hey, now I can make better decisions. Now you ain't just finna influence me based on your skin color, and now you got to show me what you're doing out here, my boy. And at the time it had kind of came out that he was half black, and just a lot of things. He wasn't born in America, and it was just a lot to dissect at that time. So I didn't vote the next time. So boom, he get his next 4 years. Man, we going through it again. I'm like, man, this is one of them things, man. They just passing all this LGBTQ stuff, and they just forget about black people. Man. Like, man, I remember at that time I was just like, man, F America. Like, I think Colin Kaepernick, had happened a little bit after Obama had got out of office. I was feeling like that. Because I just had no hope for America at that point in time. And after that, who got elected after that? Was that Trump? Yeah, it was Trump, right? Yeah, it was Trump. So, shit, we on Facebook at the time. I remember me and my cousin Rudy. Shout out to Ken Fo Red, gutter boy to the death of it. And man, we was just on there joking when he ran for president. But when Trump ran for president, like he was already like Donald Trump, bro. Like he had already had this and that going. Like he was like pretty much like a staple of the American dream. Like, like this is the billionaire of America type. Like, even though he wasn't the riches, it was just like he was the most known. Like, and nobody really had a problem with him, bro. So it was like, yeah, man, okay, well, let's see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Obama opened that door for anybody to run when they kind of made up whatever they made up to kind of put him in office. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, well, if y'all just, you know what I'm saying, going, hey, let the best man win, Trump like, hey, let me run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, at first I didn't take nothing serious. I was just like, man, but what got me was how he was going in on the LGBTQ stuff because, at the end of the day, I got kids out here, bro, and y'all don't understand this, but your kids are really influenced more by what's going on outside of the home than they are inside the home these days. Like I won't even say these days. Like it's like that back in the day too. Like you can raise a kid how you want to raise a kid, but like this world gonna influence them like how it influenced them. So the world making this seem like it's okay, or this is, what I'm saying, okay. It was like one of them things like, man, nah, hey, you said, what about the LGBTQ stuff? Are you trying to get rid of it? Oh, man, all right, well, let me listen in, to what you got to say. And, man, I remember him just going in on the stuff. So I was just like, all right, well, let's see what old Trump talking about, So they do the little debates, whatever. At this point in time, I never even really listened to the debates. But I'm older now. I'm wise. I'm married, got a little family and things of this nature. I'm like, man, like let me listen to what's going on so I can, be in tune to what's happening in the world. So listen to what he talking about. He going against Hillary Clinton, and I'm like, I ain't no Hillary Clinton fan. Like, you gotta tell me what happened with them emails, baby. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. You gotta let me know how you got so rich off of being a politician. I don't want to hear nothing that this mother lover got to say. You hear me? So it was like one of them things. I'm like, all right, well, I just fuck around, just won't vote again. Like, hey, it is what it is. But man, when I tell you Trump put belt the ass in this debate. Like I'm talking about, boy, hey, going in on about Benghazi. I didn't even know what Benghazi had happened in Benghazi. I don't know. I had to go research it after this. So he get to talking about this and that. He hit on his points. Man, I had so much stuff to go research afterwards. I was like, oh, I didn't know they were getting down like this. Oh man, these motherfucker cold, bro. I'm like, all right, well, let me see what he on. And I think after debate, man, shit, you just start finding out most stuff that's going on. It just got crazy, bro. Like, I was just like, shit. Well, he really ain't up here telling no lies. Shit, man, I'm gonna give Buddy a chance. You feel me? Boom. Trump getting off, man. I'm not experiencing nothing. I don't understand what a president really does for the economy, whatever. But I understood that people was out of work and not really working, and low wages was around at this time. Like, hey, it was still kind of basic. Man, everybody started getting money under Trump, man. Everybody, man. When I say everybody, I'm talking about everybody, bro. Like, man, it was a great sight to see. And then COVID happened, whatever, what I'm saying? They kind of ruined his presidency, and he didn't get reelected. So we shoot to the election, whatever. We trying to get him in, and whatever. We trying to rally up the troops to go vote for Trump. Man, hey, he didn't get elected. We had to sit that one out. It was what it was. I told my mama, I said, Mama, it's probably about to be a hard 4 years. I say, but shoot. And folks, I know Trump gonna run again. It is what it is. We just gonna vote then. But till then, we just gotta buckle down. You hear me? And boy, what a buckle down it was. Man, when I tell you, boy, this country went to shit. Oh man. Hey, we was out here struggling like a motherfucker, boy, under damn Joe Biden. You hear me? Gas high, nigga. They done start charging us damn steak prices for eggs. Shit going fucking crazy out here. You feel me? So I'm just like, bro, if y'all don't see what the fuck going on, how like they pretty much just trying to rob us as the citizens and get rich pretty much as a politician off of what they taking from us, y'all got to be out y'all damn mind. You got Joe Biden over here flying money to Iran for hostages. You got Brittany Griner out here getting swapped out for the #1 most wanted motherfucker in the world. Like, it's like crazy out here, the shit that these people are doing. You hear me? You got Joe Biden's son over here in Ukraine doing dope, coke, everything, taking money under the table, over the table, nigga across the counter. However you can do this, man. I'm talking about they out here getting down. You hear me? Oh, we out here struggling. Shit was crazy. So, man, hey, I wasn't the only one to see this. You know, some people came to their senses and was like, you know, we gonna vote for Trump. And that's pretty much how he got his ass back up in here, because people saw how the country was being ran once he was, you know what I'm saying, president, versus how it's being ran when he not the president. Then now he been back in office for 6 months. All that shit they were talking. Oh, we finna go World War III. We finna do this. We finna do that. We finna do this, do that. None of that happened. None of that happened. Prices went down. Nigga, gas, I just went up. Shit got me some gas earlier. That shit was $2.50. Fuck is y'all talking about, brother? $2.50? Oh, man, I ain't seen this shit damn near since forever. You hear me? So it's like one of them things, man. People be out here loud and wrong. You hear me? Like, they just out here in their feelings. And a lot of it got to do with, you know, how they feel about Trump. But that be the problem with y'all. Y'all be in y'all emotions too much and you don't think. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Hey, we trying to get back right. Y'all trying to keep on being wrong. Like, hey, no, bro, we don't care about your skin color, none of that. What you doing? That's what we want to know. What you doing? What you on, fam? And if it'll kind of align with what I'm on, then maybe I can vote for you. If not, I'm not voting for your motherfucking ass, bro. No. You gonna fuck around and fuck around. Like, I don't want to find out. I'm good. So with that being said, that's why I'm a black Trump supporter. At the end of the day, I voted for the man 3 times. Hey, he 2-1. It is what it is. Hey, if we can vote for him again, we might vote for him again. I'm not tripping. Do you hear me? Like, we Trump 2028. That's what we pushing. If they can pass it out, we want it. Yeah, we don't want nobody else up in our Trump. We will keep you in there till you die. We not even tripping, bro. We like how you sent that blitz on Iran. We ain't heard from them since. Hey, send another one if they get the tripping. We ain't going for none of that, Trump. You hear me? Yeah, man. Yeah. With that being said,